future in pro surfing, but usually the ocean has the last say. Super Tubos coming to life here on a special Sunday as we're into round 3, heat number 12. 2 Brazilians with 2 different goals. Right now, Caio Ibelli is representing as a wild card, was predicting his debut as a rookie next season on the championship tour. With still a few QS 10,000s remaining, so we'll make it official a little bit later on this year. We got Gabriel Medina, last year's world champ. Came into this event last season with a healthy lead, and he's able to clinch his world title coming down to the Pipe Masters. Now a little bit different scenario at stake with Mick and Adriano out in round 3. If Medina takes out the big win here, he actually will wear the yellow jersey heading into Pipeline.
A little bit of a flip side of the coin from last year. Medina was 13,000 points ahead, now 9,000 behind, so can he do it, Joe? Can he do it? It's an interesting back part of the year coming up, and going off form right now, he's pretty much the guy. Medina's going to try his best to throw his hat in the ring, that's for sure.
Now paddling in, setting up this backhand wave is Gabriel Medina. Snaps it off the lip, a lot of drive off the bottom, hammers it off the top. Quick transition to find the finish on the backhand float. Now Ibelli heading that direction. Big vertical re-entry, and he'll hop out of there. We'll see if he had anything else before that out the back. A couple of small little scores were drifting into the screen during the break. Medina got a 1.8, then a 2.07. So Medina just turning in the best wave of the heat so far.
Absolutely. His backhand has just gotten sharper and sharper, Joe. So impressed with the way he's just tweaked everything. Amazing in the air. This is Caio's wave right here, straight up through the lip. Caio carrying a lot of confidence. Taking down Owen Wright. And this is Medina's wave here on his backhand. I love the way he drives off the bottom and then he drives off the top right there. He's got so much kick in his step at the moment. Such a strong kid. He's getting bigger and stronger by the day, and his confidence is growing with that. He is looking well and truly dangerous.
Well, we've seen him with 2 consecutive call-ups. He's 22 years of age, Medina 21. Medina up on the backhand with a big ramp, a full rotation, backside air. He's got the landing, but Willie right out in front of the whitewater. Looks like he sank right behind it as we look to see the Superman attempt from Ibelli, and he ends up flying away.
I love this. This is going to be an exciting heat. Caio knows he's got to just let it all hang out. There's no pulling back. Not against the defending world champion. Gabriel Medina's made it quite clear he's not scared. He's going to go to the air as well. So we're going to see some aerial antics.
Late takeoff on the back end of Ibelli, under the lip hack. He still has a little inside section. He turns off the top. When 2 sections collide, it's pretty hard to pull off the landing. He ends up going down. So 22 remaining.
Can we say vertical? His transition is amazing. He's right here. You can see him free fall drop, critical, and then boom. I mean, that was beyond 12 o'clock right there. And if he had finished that last turn off, that would have been a great score for Caio.
And on the comparison, Medina's backside air attempt.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, he's feeling it, isn't he? You can see that confidence. Something clicked when he saw Mick and Adriano go down. There's steely look came across his face, realizing that, hey, I've been nowhere near the race up until this back part of the year.
The hit, there was a big set that came through. It was such a bomb and nobody got it, but it was such a beauty, you know, and just to look at it, and I was devil.
And tell us about the season. I know it's been a tough one, right? You've had the injury and all that stuff, and now it seems to be turning around a little bit for you.
Yeah, this has been a lot of up and down for me this year since the injury, you know. I came back from Margaret with a quarterfinal and I got injured, and after that I didn't make any results, you know. So it was really hard for me just to come back on my feet and just to like get my my level back, you know. Wow, somebody. Medina went big, I think. So, yeah, whatever.
You know, the question is, you know, how do you stop this kid? I mean, once he gets that momentum going, watch this wave here. Good solid wave. Just gets that board trimming. Bang, lands on the lip, comes down nice and easily. And you know the funny thing about that, if we could slow that down, Mum's not happy, is she? If we could slow that down before he even hit the lip, right there, watch his head. He's already turning his head around, and he's trying to find that. He's putting his eyes on the landing pad right there. Where am I going to land? Okay, I've got it. So before he even goes into that maneuver, his head is already turning. And what that is it's almost like a full coil where it starts from the top and works its way down. Amazing stuff there from Gabriel Medina. It's almost flying blind halfway through that maneuver.
Really interesting transitions, especially when he's looking like he's going switch stance.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know, it's just that next generation surfer thing, you know. I think one day they're going to be born with gills and stuff, you know. It's like one of those things I think is going to happen. Here we go. It's another wave's approaching. What have we got?
Fun looking ride from Medina. It's getting really hollow. Hasn't grabbed his rail yet. Still traveling. The thing just ran off without him. But he had a wide open look and a pretty good attempt to getting a huge score. Medina down on the tube. Here's Caio. A lot of white water on the open face. He'll step off. Scores coming in from the last couple of waves. Medina gets an 8.17 for that backside air. 6.73 before that. So Caio needing a 9.4. His best score so far, a 5.5. So a lot of surfers that need big results coming through with big wins on a big Sunday today.
Yeah, Vasco Ribera and Federico Moraes, two guys that have really shook the world stage.
This is Medina winding up for a backside air reverse, just projecting to the sky. A hard landing on the lip, and he goes down. What an amazing coil up. We were talking about the 10 he had in France in the heat with Wilco and Owen Wright. It was such a solid air. We're already trying to compare it to the best airs ever done with a jersey on. When Medina comes in also kind of saying it might have been the best air he's ever done. That's a pretty huge statement.
That's a bold statement right there. Under pressure. Here he goes.
Here, Caio checking out the left. Big vertical hook to start. Slashes it up vertical. Little late hit, and that'll take him down. So he likes going up beyond vertical, but not getting the bonus second turn. When you kind of look at that little freeze frame, think of a surfer that looked up to you in San Clemente, Matt Archbold. When he'd coil up, he could kind of get his board completely upside down under the lip, just kind of like how Caio's doing it.
You want to keep that down the line momentum. You get that board going too vertical. In a break like this, you wipe off a lot of speed and end up being behind.
So Caio now searching for the barrel on the forehand, pulls in the first section, gets clipped, and ends up body surfing the rest of it. He always mentions how he loves riding the tube. He's been on the QS for a while now, and this year his best so far. We have the Portuguese Wave Series on the line right now, and he's been doing well.
Getting to second place on the rankings.
I kind of think you're atop the Jeep leaderboard for the fastest talking commentator who got in the most amount of information. Sorry, Joe, you're out.
I know, we're done. Did you guys just get coffee down there? What is going on?
Striders, I think there's probably the most exciting person I've ever seen today.
Will we see another big upset from the blue jerseys? Right now, there's a little peak popping up, and under priority, Caio's going to take a chance here. Hard off the bottom, a beautiful forehand hook. Now Ibelli looking for something big. Ditches the fins out the back for a two-turn combo on the inside corner.
Yeah, nice little wave. I mean, he's got to get something going. A 3.27 and a 5.50 is not going to cut it against Medina. Medina with an 8.17, 6.73. I think Medina's going to try and better his 6.73, so Caio's really got to try and find something here in the next 7 minutes.
And be the winner of the Portuguese Wave Series and $25,000. Didn't want to exactly let that know right before his heat, but ultimately that is it. You know, it's a good thing to have that Portuguese Wave Series. He has 3 events here as we watch Gabriel Medina. Look for an air, guys. Look for an... Oh, he gaffs it instead. We like that, too. Anyway, that's what you wanted to give you an update on that. If Caio can't get through this one, your winner of the Cascais Trophy, it would be Chloe Andino.
Thanks a lot, Pete. Fun to have a lot on the line with these great matchups. The Portuguese Wave Series, you get the best out of Azores, Cascais, which is down at Carcavelos and Guincho, and then also the best of this event.
And swell permitting, we'll see how far we can get tomorrow, but at the moment we're full steam ahead. Waves are hanging in there. There's no wind right now, light offshore. Here we go.
Passing the 5-minute warning and packing a huge barrel, getting blown out is Caio Ibelli, looking to ramp up, misses the grab. But a huge number for Caio Ibelli is about to lock in under pressure. A bomb drop and getting puffed out. Are the blue jerseys going to come on top today, Potts?
Well, what did you say? 11 out of 16 heats. Look at this wave from Caio right behind it there. as he pulled in. It was an amazing tube ride. Let's have a look at the replay. A little bit off balance right there. Late drop, pulls in deep, up and over the foam ball, gets spat out right there, as deep as you want to get. If you had to finish that off, that was going to be well and truly up into the excellent range, but it is anyway. Let's have a look at it again from front on. This is the view the judges have. He's gone for all your money. You can see that blue jersey just there. Comes out nice and clean and puts his hand up in the air. Well, an 8.80 required from Caio Ibelli. Is he going to get it, Joe? It's going to be close, and if he does, well, he's going to keep himself in the running for that trophy, that's for sure.
This is why Caio Ibelli says he loves to get barreled with the tide changing. We were wondering if it was going to get back to a tube fest, what we started off with early in the morning, and being a worthy wild card, trying to upset this world title race. Right when we were starting to say Medina could clinch the yellow if he takes out this contest, Caio drops a 9.77.
Wow.
And sends Medina down to second, who now needs a 7.71 to take the lead.
Well, Medina trying to find some clean water. There's a little bit of a rip tide, a little bit of a rip going straight out. Medina rolling the dice. Joe.
Checking out this right. He'll snap the first section. A lot of drive as he's looking to ramp up. He coils up, full rotation punt into the flats. Lands on his feet. His whole family screaming with excitement. Put pressure on him with the 9.77 from Caio, and Medina quick to show that he's still in fine form.
Caio stroking into the lineup. There's a little bit of a wave approaching. Caio may have one more roll of the dice with just under 20 seconds remaining.
So here we go, 15 seconds. Caio Ibelli looking for one more wave. Drills it vertical, but he goes down. Remember, he doesn't have a leash on anymore, so that'll do it for Caio. Getting a final wave. It's now going to come down to the last moment for Gabriel Medina. Came in a little bit early from his heat because he knew he did the job. Last year was a bit different under pressure since he was world number one. Now trying to come from behind to take this event out, to take out the Jeep leaderboard. He had that snap to start, and it was a big error. Judges are still waiting to put in the number pots. How are you feeling for this result?
I think he's got it. You know, let's try and rewind that wave. You know, it's a little speed check, race down the line. Did exactly what he did in France, just blasted the lip out and went flying through the air. Landed pretty clean too, so scores slowly dropping, and Medina, let's have a look at it right here. Judges are having a look. Snapped off the top, races down the line. He sees something down the line, and only Medina. Wow, that was a lot of distance covered right there. It wasn't a high one, but he traveled a long way down the line on it as well, and there's the score, Joe.
It comes in at a 9.5, and Gabriel Medina with a massive full rotation punt on the back end gets right back in the lead and takes the win. Pete Mel's with him downstairs.
Gabriel.